Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day today, and in this video we're going to be doing a film review for Superman 3. Now to just hop right into it, this movie is weird. I mean, it doesn't feel like a Superman movie at all. He's not in it enough, and the main character is really the Richard Pryor character. Gus is his name, and then they've got some new villains, and even the other characters like Lois Lane, like she was hardly in it, and Lex Luthor wasn't in it. So it just doesn't feel very much like a Superman movie. Now, with that being said, this is weirdly entertaining. It is a bad movie, but it is very watchable. I mean, this movie is basically a comedy. Now, I will say one thing this film does astonishingly well, and probably the best out of all four of the original Superman movies, is actually like the storytelling. Not the story itself, but the way that the scenes go. Everything is connected. But anyways, there are some things like Christopher Reeve as Superman. It's pretty good. He's not in the movie as much as he should be, but when he is, it's pretty much perfect what he does. And I think he even got more muscular by this point. So I mean, he really looked like he popped out of the comics. I also got to say, visually speaking, out of the original four Superman movies, this is probably the best in terms of the technology, because in the first two it was kind of new at the time and it was pretty impressive, but here there's not that much green screen stuff that looks bad. They kept that to a minimum, so most of it does look pretty good, and then by the time you get to the fourth movie, that's actually the worst, even though that was like 9 years after the first. They just kind of rushed to make that, so it still kind of has that charm, but at the same time it is just such a weird, odd choice for a Superman movie, because it is essentially a comedy that's just, it's weird. But I will say, even though it's just such a terrible idea, it was executed almost perfectly, so you can't really complain about that. But overall, it's just not a good Superman movie at all, but it's still pretty entertaining. Also, I realized that you honestly could skip watching this movie and just watch Superman 4 after you watch the first two, because this really doesn't even add anything to the story, really. But we'll get to Superman 4 when we get to that video. Overall, this really isn't a good movie by any means, but it's weirdly entertaining. So on the quality scale of 0 to 100, I'll give it a 56%. I can't say I recommend it, but if you want to check it out, I guess you can give it a try and see for yourself whether or not you find it to be weirdly entertaining as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.